to Patti is going to be talking to us today a little bit about first aid. And I know that when I started with doTERRA, I thought of these oils, first aid, first aid, first aid. And then I've learned there's the emotional aspect. And then I've learned there's just feeling good. Just smells make you feel better and feel good. So there's so many ways. Today we're going to focus on first aid. And Patti is a mom of 3. She has a technical nursing background, not a nurse, but a technical medical background. She's got phenomenal information that she is really good at sharing. And the reason I always record is because there's plenty of people that ask for the recording afterwards. So we know it's not always the best time for you to get on live. So welcome to those who are listening to us in the recording as well. All right, Patti, we're going to turn time over to you. We got about 20-25 minutes. Your turn.
Oh, is that all?
I know you have lots of information.
I do. So I was trying to reinvent the wheel, and then I found this wonderful already created first aid presentation.
Love it.
In doTERRA. And so all the graphics are much better than anything I could ever do. So I'm gonna show you this presentation. We're gonna talk through it, and then I'm gonna show you one of my make and take classes that is a family first aid kit.
Love it.
So it's got well, it's kind of cute. It's over here. You can kind of see it. Well,
in the corner. Oh, there we go.
In the corner. It's over there. Okay, so I'll show that to you guys in a little bit. Okay, so would you enable share screen?
I did, and Leanne's getting on. I bet she's
Yay,
just gonna listen
Leanne's
in.
coming. All right, so let me pull up my window here. Can you all see my screen?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, so we're just gonna view the slideshow. So the first aid kit makeover. It's really nice when we can have so many pure, safe oils to choose from. Almost every oil that we have could be included in a first aid kit, but we're gonna focus down on just a few. A first aid kit doesn't do you any good if you don't have it with you. So by failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail. That's good old Benjamin Franklin. But basically it's I had a diaper bag, we have purses, we have briefcases. There's always room to bring a little bit of something to help you in your first aid. And first aid is something that we can't just say we'll only use it when we go to the park, or we'll only use it when we go to an outing or whatnot, because you never know when you're going to need it. Right? Yep. So we should always keep our first aid kit with us for road trips, play dates, travel, camping, and daily use. And it's the daily use first aid kit that we escape our mindfulness on that. We all have one in the house, right? But do we ever have a small kit that we can take with us to go shopping? Because you could get, hung up on one of those shelves. You could get a paper cut. You can get bruised, being bumped into or whatnot. All of these special items, first aid kit should be on your list of packing for all of these things. And then there's everyday use as well. So for packing, we want to be sure that we follow the TSA rules, just in case you are traveling on an airplane. You have to have no more, your containers cannot be larger than 3.4 ounces, which is 100 milliliters. That's the international unit. It all has to be in a 1 quart size clear Ziploc bag. And you can have only 1 bag per ticketed traveler. You can have as many smaller liquid items in that quart size as can fit. So 10 milliliter roller bottles are perfect for this. And these are liquid limitations, not solid limitations. Shalene, as you have a very funny story about that. Some of the options that you can have the on-the-go keychain is something that is very easy to slip into a cargo pant pocket. It'll slip into, for those guys. It'll slip into a purse. It'll slip into a gym bag. We have these wonderful key rings that can slip to the outside of a purse or pocket. These cannot go through TSA because they're not in a quart-sized bag. So you can take your little samples out, put it in your quart-sized bag if you're going to take it carry-on, and then when you get on the airplane, take it out of your quart-sized bag and put it back into your little keychain. You only have to do that once in between airplanes. As long as you don't leave the airport, you're still fine with that. A large bag like this other one here with a big white cross on it, that is the international symbol for first aid for Switzerland. Either one of these two options is good for you. Traveling, of course, you want to be as concise as possible with what you're packing, just for the convenience of it all. So we have keychains that have doTERRA on them, but you can buy those keychains anywhere you like, whatever your favorite color is. Some of them are hard packs. I like the hard clamshells because they don't get squished in my purse, which has way too much stuff in it already. These base 7 are really going to be like the Swiss Army knife of first aid sets. However, there's one that's missing, and I find that it's a really important one, and that's helichrysum. Helichrysum is nature's band-aid. It is painless on open wounds. It helps to stop bleeding. It can restructure the granulation of the wound, which is the healing from the inside out. It does so much for us. And I think that it should be on this list, but it wasn't on this one. So we're going to very quickly go through these. Lavender, of course, can help with stings, burns, itches, inflammation. Peppermint is for sore muscles, aches and pains, bruising. Digest Zen is wonderful for any of those Montezuma revenge moments or travelers off guard moments, so to speak. Any kind of a stomach upset, even if your ears don't pop as you're coming down from the altitude change in your airplane, Digest Zen or Peppermint can both be used behind the ears just a little bit to help pop your ears and get your eardrums back to normal. We've all been on a plane at some point where the babies just don't get their eardrums equalized well enough. And that we all know how painful that can be. The tea tree is great for any skin issues. Sometimes when we go from one climate to the next or one water system to the next, we can have a skin rash or reaction based on just the moisture in the air or the whatever is in the water system if we go swimming in the ocean or whatnot. And tea tree really helps to calm those down and helps to encourage our skin to protect us. Frankincense. What? So frankincense is a great oil for all over everything. It's one of my personal miracle favorites. And frankincense can help us heal from the inside out. It helps to encourage healthy cellular growth and regrowth. Purify is an amazing option for folks who need to just clean their hands or using a diffuser to clean the air, or you can mix it with water and spray on a countertop to help clean a countertop if you need. It's a great idea if you have a baby with you and you need to change a diaper to follow that with Purify on the surface that you change the baby's diaper on, so that you don't have those residuals on the surface. And then there's TerraShield, which is an amazing insect repellent. It has citronella in it and a couple of other oils that are very helpful with keeping biting insects away. And when you go from one climate to another, you never know what kind of biting insect you're going to be encountering. And of course, there's FCO, which helps to dilute any of these that you want to use topically. You use fractionated coconut oil to keep it at a safe level for contact for your skin. Oh, and here they all are. Isn't that nice? One of the things that I like about Purify is that it can help reduce the rate of infection in an open cut, but it can sting. The helichrysum doesn't sting, but the Purify might. On Guard is not on this list for cleansing because it has warming oils in it, and it's really for it's not for cutting, it's not for cut surfaces for your skin. These are the 10 milliliter touch equivalents of the 15 milliliters. These have been diluted for safety, and they're handy packaged, so you can just throw you can fit probably up to 25 to 30 of them in a single quart bag. I know I have. The On Guard hand sanitizer mist and the Terra Shield outdoor blend. This one, I just have to say, my son's On Guard sanitizing mist, I have to refill them over and over and over again. He uses this at school constantly. And it's kind of interesting that his teachers have started buying these from me, you know, just as a one-time purchase thing, because when he comes in, they know that he's not going to be spreading germs. He sprays it on his hands and then wipes his hands over the keyboard of whatever computer he's sitting at. And he shows his other classmates how to do the same thing. His classmates were dropping like flies with that really bad flu season we had last fall, and he did not get sick, not once. So this On Guard hand sanitizer works really, really well. And of course, Terra Shield is something that we use every time we go on walks. Every time we go through hikes, we go through my friends have a lot of land, and so when we hike through their tall grasses, Terra Shield goes right on the socks. It goes on the outside of the shoes, it goes on the socks, it goes on the lower part of the calf of the blue jeans, and that I believe that helps to repel chiggers and other no-see-ums that will get you when you're least expecting it.
Patty?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. Does doTERRA have a sunscreen per se?
They do. doTERRA has an entire sun line, and it helps with, we have a body spray, we have a face and body lotion, we have a face and body stick, and we actually have a new facial moisturizer with a daily moisturizer with an SPF 28.
And I just bought that this morning, so I haven't tried that one yet.
I haven't tried the moisturizer either, but I ordered some.
It's just come out, Laura. The Sun products just came out last year, and it's phenomenal to have a mineral-based product that you feel so comfortable putting on is not giving your body, you know, anything that you don't want to have to detoxify from. You're able to just have that sun block and sun help. And
yes, it's
so
a non-nano oxawilla blah 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 blah.
I don't know. You should know, Patty.
I should know. You're right. But it's not the nanomolecules that get absorbed by your skin. So it's not a chemical sunblock. It's a
mineral.
That's it. I'm sorry, I was swallowing some tea. It's a mineral-based sunblock, but it's not the nanomolecular mineral that gets absorbed through your skin and into your bloodstream. So it does not. I mean, you know, doTERRA's products are most all of them are safe to be used externally because they don't affect you when they get absorbed by your skin. Well, this particular product is designed to not be absorbed by your skin. So they kind of broke some of their own design patterns there, but I think that's the safest way to do sunblock, honestly. Okay, so moving forward, all of these touch forms all of these touch roll-ons have the exact same benefits as the 15 milliliters. They're just diluted, pre-diluted, and safe to use even on children. You can use these on children 5 years up, 5 years old and older. 4 years old and younger, I would dilute these even further. That's a personal recommendation. It's a personal preference. And of course, for babies, you want to do a lot of heavy dilution and keep the application just to the soles of their feet, or directly right on the spot that needs attention. Digest Zen has a tamer dilution, which is in the kids kit, and it is perfect for very sensitive skin. I use the tamer myself as an adult. So let's and of course all of these have different formulas for the same actions in the kids kit. So here is an example of a first aid kit that we can take with us. It's rather small. As you can see, these 10 milliliters and the little sample drams are very small. These are the rollerball top sample drams. As you can see, here's an example. This is probably a 1.5 to 2 milliliter rollerball here. And it has the same stuff in it as these big touches and the bigger ones. You can take your drops with you, your On Guard drops, your Breathe drops. You can take these look like Copaiba 3 soft gels and some sample things with you. This is the donation kit, which is the emergency relief hygiene kit. These have doTERRA's, well, they have it listed as Melaleuca here, but we know it's tea tree now. Same stuff, easier name, easier to pronounce and spell. They have toothpaste, a toothbrush, some Band-Aids, a spa bar, a towel, some shampoo and conditioner, and some deep blue samples. These are a donation item, so you won't get PV for them, but they, if you prepay for it, it'll be shipped out the next time. It'll be shipped directly to the recipients of emergency situation. Now, there are other things, as you saw in the hygiene kit, that we should all keep on hand. Band-Aids. I don't like Band-Aids, and I'll tell you why. The prevalence of latex sensitivity and even glue sensitivity for people has been it's been astronomical. In the healthcare system, we always have latex-free Band-Aids or bandages that don't require glue, and they sort of have a static process on them that they stick to the skin without glue. So be aware of your own skin sensitivity and your own family's needs. But in any first aid kit that you would put that would have that other people might have access to, let's say you're at a park and some other kid falls down and skins their knee, you should have latex-free or glue-free options for people, just because you don't want to put a latex bandage on a kid who doesn't know that they're latex sensitive. That would be a really bad scene. Scissors, we have to keep them sharp and clean. Gauze is always a good idea. Tape, again, there's latex-free tape. There's also tape that is more like an elastic bandage. Hot and cold packs, these are now the type that have the little breaker thing, the little beaker that you break on the inside, and they either go hot or cold. Non-latex gloves, again, a thermometer. There are thermometer strips that don't require, that have contact with the skin. They don't require to be put in orally or any other way. Small tweezers, some sunscreen. Again, yes, thank you for asking, Lara. We have doTERRA sunscreen now. Q-tips, alcohol swabs. I don't like alcohol swabs. I don't have alcohol swabs. I would much rather use an On Guard or a helichrysum or something else that is not going to sting little fingers. Safety pins, perhaps safety pins. Maybe that would be for holding gauze or tape together. A hand towel and sterile eye wash. Yeah, sterile eye wash is a much better thing. You can actually use sterile eye wash instead of alcohol swabs to clean wounds. It's probably much safer and it doesn't damage the skin and the tissues as much. And what is not on this list is hydrogen peroxide, because it's fun to watch it bubble, but when you see that bubbling on a wound, it's actually deteriorating the healthy, undamaged cells right along with it. So no hydrogen peroxide. So now I'm going to open it up to everyone else. What else would you guys include?
So I was traveling just recently and I have a broken tooth that I'm waiting to get fixed. So food gets stuck in it. And I stopped and had lunch at the airport, and then something got stuck and I went, I am not going to be happy for the next six hours, because I didn't have dental floss or a toothpick with me. And I'm walking along and this lady stopped with a bag full of those little tooth floss picks
Uh-huh.
and in a bag of them, and she's flossing her teeth, and I was like, oh, could I borrow one? Oh, could I just have one of those, please? And I thought to myself, she was so generous. I thought to myself, I'm never traveling without floss or a pick again, because that's a frustration.
Yes. And I would add, if you're going to have a flosser pick with you, have some clove oil as well, especially if you throw out or drop a filling or have a crack in a tooth. The clove oil is the dental pain reliever extraordinaire. It's very strong tasting, and it works. It works like within seconds. It's amazing. Anyone else have any other favorites besides, of course, helichrysum that they would put in their first aid kit?
Well, I would also have adaptive just because of the calming. And when you're in a situation, especially with kids, give them something to focus on that will calm them while you're dealing with it.
Oh, great idea. I like that. Yes. Okay, so we're going to move forward a little bit. And I'm going to show you an example of a make and take class for the oils, for the first aid kit. And here it is. Ta-da! Here is my first aid make and take class. These are
Hey, Patty,
recipes.
let's stop sharing the screen so you go bigger and we can see what's in your hands.
Okay, so stop share. There we go. Okay,
There we go.
so now we're bigger. Yeah, that was the end of the profile. I mean the thing. So this is a first aid kit class. I hope this is all forward for you guys, right?
Yep,
Y'all
it
can
is.
read these. Okay, so all of these recipes are these are our oils, all of these. And you can see that 2 drops of this, 1 drop of that, 4 drops of that, 6 drops of this. There's instructions on how to put them together here. And I bought these wonderful, for some of them are spray bottles, and I have these fabulous little 8 milliliter spray bottles, and the all of the labels with all the names they have.
Nice.
They have cap labels, they have bottle labels. And I got the red ones just because it's a first aid kit. And so it comes with these wonderful little labels. This one says Zit Zapper, but there's a bug bite soother. See how cute they are? And then some of them are roll-ons, like this hormone helper is a roll-on. And all you do is, I think I worked out the price of each of these individually. When you have a make and take class, someone can come and choose which ones they want. And for a cost of oils and supplies of less than $2.50 each, you can supply the oils and the supplies. They make what they want. You can charge them $5, $7, $10, whatever price point you want. In the make and take class, they make the oil themselves. They take it home and it works. And if they want more, we can always help with that. And then I always, if you buy the whole kit, you get this cute little plastic boxy to go with it.
Nice.
So that's one of the ways that we do, one of the ways that I do the make and take classes to help people, help introduce them to the practical side of the oils, not the, not the, everyone thinks that oils are full of voodoo and, it's magic thinking, etc. It's really not. There's lots of studies on just about any oil that you can imagine. There's been a study on either the constituent in that oil or the effect of that oil itself on specific medical conditions. So it's not voodoo anymore, folks. It's real. It's scientific. No one knows it though. So that's up to us to show them how it works. So
Patty, that was excellent information. Could you share one more thing with me? As
Uh-huh.
people say what you just said, that they really work and it's not voodoo. And I've had so many people in my 8 years just say, yeah, no, thanks. I want my medications. I prefer my medications. What do you say when people prefer to take a pill than this?
Before there was a pill, what did they do? Okay. you have the right to take a pill. You have the right to spend your money on pharmaceuticals. You have your right to support that industry. And there's not an either or in many conditions, other than surgical, where or if you break a bone, honey, don't come to me. I'm not the right person. But if you have a headache, or you have a stomach indigestion, or if you have a bug bite on your foot, or like my mom had an ulcer just show up under her toenail one day. You can go to the doctor and the doctor's going to say, oh, just, relax, take a Tylenol, it's fine. What does that Tylenol do is the question. And how can you get the same effect without the side effect of that prescription? There are doctor's reference manuals and nurse reference manuals that are this thick that list medications, pills, liquids, IVs, etc., and their side effects and their warnings about those side effects. We don't have the same system of warnings, etc., with the oils because in their purest form, they're safe.
Boy, that feels good. Thank you, Patti. I never thought, because I don't have a medical background, about that book that they must have with all the side effects listed. How sad is that?
It takes 2 years, and the nurses in 2 years of chemistry and training and hands-on, actions with people who are sick in the hospitals. It takes 2 years of clinicals to get through nursing school. No one learns everything in that book.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Well, we are lucky to have the oils, blessed to have the oils. Thank you, Patti. Wonderful information today. I will be more prepared. I've written down a few things I'm going to do to get more prepared for emergencies. One of them is TerraShield. I never seem to have it. I don't like buying it in a spray bottle, so I buy it in my bottles, and then I don't feel as good using it. So I'm going to get my TerraShield put into spray bottles.
Yeah, so in those in a 2-ounce spray bottle, I would recommend between 20 and 30 drops of TerraShield to water or witch hazel, not alcohol.
Got it. We're going to love it because I sure love using that, and it's time for the bugs to come out, I think. Thanks for joining. I know. Thanks for joining, everybody. We're just praying for you, Leanne. We love you. Thanks for getting on.
Love you, Leanne.
We got movement.
Love you,
Cleveland's over there
Cleveland.
too.
Love you, Cleveland.
I love it. All right,
Andy.
next Wednesday, we've got Jolene teaching us about our circulatory system. So it's going to be a great class. We'll see you next Wednesday. Hope you all have a wonderful week. Thanks for getting on.